Let's take a look at the Fordist Organization. Describing organizations as Fordist captures a shorthand way the dominant organizational form of the 20th century. Named after industrialist Henry Ford, Fordism is understood as the emergence and dominance of mass production organization and the development of principles that would shape people's lives for most of the 20th century. Fordism was capitalism's response to the threats that were posed by Marx and others. What were these principles, and why were they important in reestablishing the legitimacy of capitalism? Fordism involved a technical revolution in which the very nature of work was transformed, going through what might be termed a process of rationalization, the application of rational principles to make work as productive as possible. Work under Fordism was characterized by extreme division of labor. Rather than having a skilled worker complete a number of tasks, many workers each completed a single, repetitive task. In many respects, the classic Fordist, large-scale industrial organization was characterized by a highly centralized decision-making system, a strong hierarchical structure, and a low level of trust between workers and managers. One of the main features of the Fordist organization was its ability to produce vast quantities of products. Everything was done on a large scale. In addition to fundamentally changing the technical nature of work in the 20th century, Fordism also was the catalyst for a sociopolitical revolution that changed the way that most people live their lives. In this sense, Fordism refers not simply to how corporations operated, but also to a broader system of principles and societal values that shaped how people thought about themselves as both workers, citizens, and consumers. Under Fordism, capitalism was shaped by a philosophy that attempted to manage the boom and bust economic cycles of primitive capitalism, and that also attempted to reduce some of the disparity between rich and poor. One of the key features of Fordism was the creation of an economic system in which work was a relatively stable and secure part of many workers' lives. For perhaps the first time in human history, the idea of a career was available to the average worker. Many workers spent their entire working lives employed by a single company and on retirement received a company pension. Work in the Fordist organization was clearly separated from other aspects of life. There was a strong sense in which work was a 9-to-5 task that could be left behind once the workday was over. One of the most important aspects of Fordism was the creation of a consumer society. In summary, we can say that Fordism was both a particular mode of work and organizing and a particular form of life.